hello, beautiful souls. Hello, hello. Hi, Jen. Thank you, Jen, for liking my live. Hi, Disney Mama. Thank you, everyone who is liking and sharing my live already. I so appreciate it. Thank you. Hi, Lola. Let's see. Lola just liked my live. Thank you. Samantha shared my live. Thank you. Hi, Tiffany. This is going to be for Lola. This card won't even let me. I was shuffling, kind of saying her name before I told you who it was, and it would not even let me continue. Hi, beautiful souls. I hope you are having a good Monday, off to a good start on this Monday. All right. The first, was it Lola? I was saying she had a last name there. I don't see her name now, but it was Lola. I don't know if she, oh, there we are. Lola that has a lion and a heart by her name. So that's who this is for. Miss Lola. The first card is the Three of Wands. The three is really about the power of just separate forces coming together. So the power of three. I was like, what is this related to? It is related to your physical walk on this planet. The next card is the Pentacles. Pentacles is all about, solid walk, your house, your job, solid things. So this is about you are starting to gather your resources. You are starting to gather your resources so that you are stabilizing your walk on this planet, and you are headed in a new direction. You're headed in a new direction with more confidence than you've ever had in the past. And I'm not saying that this is something that is easy. I'm not saying it is something that you're like, oh yeah, this is a cakewalk. I say all the time, no one comes to this planet and gets a free ride. But you are starting to understand what it takes, and you're getting excited about heading in this new direction. I am saying that there is someone in your life who can help you in this new direction that you're headed that you're not seeing. Someone who is offering you support, someone who could be a great resource for you, and you are kind of looking in the other direction. Not purposely. We don't typically look in that direction on purpose. It's about you're just not noticing what they bring to the table. So this is a heads up. Reevaluate who is around you. There is someone around you who can give you that support that you need, that extra oomph to head in the new direction. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. Miss Jen, you are always such a great supporter. I so appreciate you. I think I give you a reading just about every time I'm on here, but you share my live like 5,000 times, and I so appreciate it. So this card reading is for Jen. Here we go, Miss Jen. Jen. Let's see. I heard one more time. All right, shuffle one more time. Let's see what we got going on, Miss Jen. All right, Jen. Excellent. Okay. There is some excitement around you when it comes to the relationships in your life. You are starting to head in a new direction when it comes to your thoughts and beliefs and what you thought you could accomplish on this planet. You are having to defend yourself a little bit. There is a little bit of instability in your life. You're starting to have to defend some of your choices and motivation. But in the end, it's going to be beautiful. The 6 is about returning to a state of harmony and balance. So yes, you might have to defend some of your choices, but it's not going to be for long. And then you're going to return to a state of peace and harmony. Overall, this new direction that you are headed in is a beautiful direction. And I don't know why you're having to defend some of the choices you've made, but in the end, well done. You are, because what I see you're doing, Jen, is you do a really good job. Some of us, when someone disagrees with us or when someone has a different thought process than us, we just want to beat them into the ground until they see it our way. Jen, you are very good at defending yourself, saying your side of the story, and then you're like, let it go. I cannot control what you think. Excellent job. You are doing phenomenal with that. And thank you for being such a great supporter and sharing my live so many times. I so appreciate you. Samantha, thank you. You're welcome, Jen. This one is for Samantha Jinx, and we are going to head into spirit led here in just a second. There is a father energy here, and I'm hearing the name Henry around him. So apparently Henry's going to be first up. All right, this is for Samantha. Thank you, Samantha, for sharing my live. We are done shuffling. Very nice. All right. So this is really about balance and harmony. The first card is a Two of Pentacles. This is about coming into balance when it comes to work, job, your work and your home life and your physical walk on this planet. You've learned that lesson hard because something took a toll on your relationships, but this is telling me that you have come into a balance when it comes to your relationships and the work balance, the making sure you are taking care of everyone that you want to and yourself. You are headed in a new direction when it comes to your belief system in your subconscious. When I said, what is that about? Because when I hear subconscious, I always want to know. Thank you for confirming, Samantha. She just said yes. You are starting to really trust your intuition, Samantha. Good job. Continue doing that. The Four of Pentacles, anytime you see the four, think of a table with four legs. A four means you're coming into a state of balance. You're coming into a state of balance again when it comes to or stability, when it comes to your energy, your work, your home, the people around you, and what you're willing to share. Again, a balance in that area. You have understood when it comes to relationships, you learn some hard lessons about there are people out there that are just take, and it has to be a give and take. Thank you. And you are starting a new journey with a new thought process. You were really tapping into your intuition, and you have reached a place of stability. Good job. I know I said I was going to bring up Henry, which I am, but I want to give this reading for Raina real quick. I don't know why. Miss Raina, thank you for sharing my live. I so appreciate you. You are welcome, Samantha. All right. Oh, wait a minute. I was about to give this Miss Raina. Okay, very good. I was going to say I was about to give Miss Raina a card reading, but she said, can I get a message from my spirit guides? So I was about to just bring her live to give her a message from her spirit guides. And they said, no, we can talk through the cards. So let's do that. Oh, Miss Raina. All right, I'm going to ask you to go live. Forget this. I have questions. Miss Raina, let me see if I can find you again. Where'd you go? There you go. All right, Miss Raina, I'm about to ask you to go live. Oh, she's not up yet. I was about to say hi. Hi, Raina. How are you?
Hi.
Where are you located?
In San Diego.
San Diego. Why did I hear Vegas the second you popped to my screen? Are you going on vacation to Vegas? Have you been to Vegas? Why did I hear Vegas?
Oh man. No. Not that no.
You haven't been thinking about Vegas?
Not really, no.
Even when I saw your name on there, I kept hearing Las Vegas, because I was fully expecting when I said, where are you from, for you to say somewhere in, around that Las Vegas area.
Oh wow, no.
Keep that in your pocket, because a lot of times Spirit will give me words and you'll be like, nope. And then a couple of weeks, couple of months later, you'll be like, oh my goodness, here this opportunity to go to Vegas is. And when that happens, I want you to remember this moment and message me. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So this card reading coming up, the reason I said, oh no, you have to get on here, because the first thing that comes up is the Two of Cups, which is really just about a state of duality and balance when it comes to your relationship. So you need to come into balance when it comes to relationships, but the card that piqued my interest was the Devil card. There is something that is throwing you off. There is something that every time you try to bring your life into a state of balance, something tempts you and pulls you in a different direction. And it is really about you being so sweet and kind and helping people. You give too much of yourself. I'm also hearing that you believe people, like you believe in their goodness, which is not a bad thing, Raina.
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes you have to see the devil in them. Do you know that to be true, that sometimes you just see the goodness in people?
Too much.
Yeah. And sometimes I hate saying that to people because it's not bad to see the goodness in people, but I'm hearing that sometimes it's to your detriment.
Oh yeah, all the time. It's I've been decepted by a lot.
But you're crazy intuitive and you have alarm bells going off like crazy, and you're just completely ignoring them because you want to believe this to be true about them.
Yeah.
Yes, and just throwing it out there. The next two cards are Pentacle cards. It is the Page and then the 9. It's really about starting a new journey and bringing all those life lessons you've learned into this new job. And it really has to do with work. What do you do for a living?
I'm a hospital unit coordinator, but I also I do legal documents on the side for people. That's where I do a lot of helping on that end.
Yes. So I'm seeing that you are going to be starting a new journey when it comes to your work, and you're going to bring all of your experience and accumulated knowledge on this new journey. So when this new opportunity comes your way, make sure you're paying attention to it. Don't just discount it and say, oh no, I'm not looking for a new job. Really give it some brain power. And I'm hearing it's going to come to you in 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Oh, wow.
Yes. And it's going to come because I see Spirit kind of tapping you on the shoulder. So it's not going to be someone laying a job opportunity in your lap. It's not going to be that blatant. It's going to be more of a tap on the shoulder, like, have you heard?
Yeah, because I'm trying to move to Colorado. So when you said Vegas, I was like, that's like on my way. Like I usually, when I went to Colorado, I stopped in Vegas and then I had to keep going. It's like, it's far from me. So that was one of my pit stops.
Very good. Okay, so now this is making sense. I was like, I am seeing Vegas around you. So you're saying that you are wanting to move to Colorado, and usually you stop in Vegas on the way.
Yeah, I have to stop in a couple places. So it was Vegas, then Utah, and then kept going.
So that tells me that your Colorado trip will be happening.
Okay.
Because I was seeing you in Vegas. It was very clear to me that you were going to Vegas at some point. That's just when you said no, I was like, it's going to come out.
I know, it's kind of weird. I was like, wait a second, what?
Yeah, so it's not going to come out of the blue. It's just confirmation that this move will be happening.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Miss Raina.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
All right, so that was perfect. So you heard how I was saying, okay, I'm hearing Vegas. What is Vegas around you? And she's like, nope. I was like, well, I'm seeing Vegas. So what Spirit was doing was confirming that this trip to Colorado was going to be happening, because she's like, oh, I've been thinking about moving to Colorado. Wasn't sure it was going to happen, but one of her pit stops along the way was Vegas. That was Spirit confirming that, yes, she is going to be making that trip to Vegas. Make sense? All right. And it is actually so having a whole page just named moderator. Why is my fan not coming on? I'm sorry, I was trying to turn on my fan. It's getting very hot in here. I don't know why my office is hot now all of a sudden. It used to be freezing in here. Okay, so, we have Henry here. I was like, what are we doing? And Henry's like, yeah, you have been waiting for a while, haven't you, Henry? I know. We had readings to give. Raina needed some information. Okay. I have a dad energy here. His name, and I'm hearing the name Henry around him. What he is talking about wanting everything to work. So his personality was a type. He wanted everyone to behave just so in his house. Like kids had to behave, animals had to behave, everyone had to behave just so. Now, was he mean about it? I wouldn't have called him mean, but he definitely could. I would have used the word strict around him. Can you turn my fan on while you're up, please? I'm going to go on my remote won't work. He is also saying that he was busy, and he made so much, like he provided everything for this family, and the least they could do was to listen to him. So he was that kind of person. I provide everything for this family. The least y'all can do is listen to me. And there was lots of kids in this family, lots of people coming and going, because he's showing me coming home and just wanting it to be very quiet, very serene, and instead it was chaos. Not chaos in a bad way, but lots of kids coming and going. And his wife really could have cared less. Not cared less, but she was just like, this is the way it is. We have children and they're having fun, so just get over yourself. Okay, so does this gentleman sound familiar to anyone? I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. If you haven't done so yet, please click that like or follow button. Thank you, thank you. All right. Thank you so much, Deanna, for sharing my live. I appreciate it. Thank you, Baby Love, for sharing my live. Let me recap this gentleman. He is a dad energy. There is this name Henry around him. He is showing me that there was a lot of kids in his house, and when he would come home from work, there was kind of chaos just because these kids were kind of all over the place. There was animals, and he just wanted people and animals to behave, and they wouldn't. He wasn't mean about it, but I'm hearing him just say, oh my goodness, y'all are so loud. Can y'all not be quiet? He wasn't doing anything about it, but he was certainly voicing his opinion that it was chaos. He's also grabbing a beer out of the refrigerator. I'm not saying that he had an issue with drinking, but he would come home and grab a beer. And he is showing me that as much as he didn't like the chaos and everyone, he also loved it at the same time. You know, those men who are going to complain about all this chaos and all the noise, he also loved the fact that his kids had friends and there was so much going on. And he was always helping his kids and his kids' friends fix cars and whatever they needed. They could call, I'm hearing Papa. I'm hearing they could call Papa. Let me write that down. All right. Does this gentleman belong to anyone? No one has taken him yet? Huh. Okay. Y'all know I'll just put him on hold until we find his owner. Y'all know that's what's going to happen, right? Thank y'all for liking and sharing my Horace. I could go with Horace, but definitely has to be an H name. Does this sound like...
Does it have to be Henry?
There needs to be an H name around him.
Sounds familiar, but not the name.
I could go with, let me get some more information from him, because now we have a couple of people trying to claim him. So let me get some more information from him. Welcome, Tracy. So glad you got in. Hello. Okay, so Horace, the person that said, yeah, can I recap? Of course I can recap. Okay. Let me see if I can. I didn't write down many notes this time. Hopefully I can remember it. Usually I write down notes and I didn't do it this time. So hopefully I can remember everything. And if I can't, I'm sure some of my followers can. So I don't know if y'all take notes or what, but y'all put down details that I said that I can't remember. Okay. I'm hearing this dad energy stepping up, but I heard him being called Papa. There's an H name around him, Henry, could be Horace. And he is showing me that he would come home from work. There was always chaos in his house with the kids and the kids' friends. And I hear him and the animals, there was dogs running around. And I hear him complaining about it, but also loving it at the same time, coming in and saying, oh my goodness, can I have some peace and quiet? But also loving that his kids are so lively and have friends. He helped, like, even though he would complain about all this chaos and all these people in and out, I'm hearing that even his kids' friends, he would help. He would help work on their cars, whatever they needed. He's also showing me grabbing a beer out of the refrigerator. It's not like he had a problem, but he would go and grab a beer out of the refrigerator. Okay. He is showing me that he had an illness and all of a sudden have a hard time breathing. So towards the end of his life, he had a hard time breathing and he had an illness that kind of took him out off this planet. Okay. Was his was Harvey. Okay. So is someone claiming this gentleman?
Somebody said yes. German man's name that starts with an H. Disney Mama.
Okay, Disney Mama.
Grandpa had cancer.
Homer, and so was our dog. Okay, Michaela said, Papa Johnny, he had, his dad was Homer, and so was our dog. I think we're with Michaela here.
And Kaylee says, sounds like Kaylee, my dad. My kids call him Papa.
Okay, so between Michaela and Kaylee, which one of you, all of a sudden I can't hardly breathe, but it's hard for me to catch my breath. But between Michaela and Kaylee, which one of you's person had a hard time breathing towards the end and had to be on oxygen and was in the hospital?
Severe breathing issue.
Okay, Michaela. All right, Michaela, I'm about to ask you to go live.
Oxygen at home too.
Hi, Michaela.
Hi,
Where are you located?
we are in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. All righty. So is this your dad or your grandfather?
My grandfather.
Your dad's dad?
Yes.
Okay, very good. The reason it had just a strong dad energy. So if it wasn't your dad, then I knew it was your dad's dad.
Oh, yes. I was very, very close to him. Probably closer
Yeah.
than my father.
Oh, that's why I'm feeling such a strong dad energy. That's what I was about to say. You must have been really close to him because I'm feeling such a strong dad energy. It means he filled that vibration in your life.
Yes.
So it was like a bit, he's funny. This gentleman had a really good sense of humor. It took me a minute to get him claimed because there were so many people trying to claim him. I was like, give me more information, give me more information. And so finally he just made it really hard to breathe. And then he showed me having oxygen, which you confirmed.
Yes.
He had a hard time breathing and had oxygen. And so now that you've claimed him, he's like, whoa, man, that was tough. Like, he kept having to give me all this information because people were trying to grab him. Now, Michaela, he is talking about how proud he is of you that you used to have, okay, I wouldn't say a depression, but you used to kind of get into your head and have these negative thought circles going around, and you really took control of your thought processes and made a huge change in your life, and you kind of made the decision to be happy. Do you know what he's talking about?
Yes. I think after his death, it was pretty rough. And then my dad dying. So I was like just kind of down. But now I have kids. I have to take care of them and be happy around them.
Yes. And he is talking about that's half the battle. Like making the choice to be happy is half the battle. And you do such a good job. You do a great job of processing and getting control of those thought circles. I'm sorry, he's taking me back to someone I was mentoring right before I came on here. What is he talking about here? He's showing me a horse. Who has horses?
My grandmother's side of the family, we have a farm.
Okay.
And we used to have Clydesdales. We used to have all of it.
Okay, very good. It's like he was taking me back, but before this was in a mentor program, a mentor appointment, and I was like, he's showing me horses from that. So when spirits step up and they show me things, little things like horses, it's just bringing back those beautiful memories. And he's talking about remember those good times. Remember, because you've had a lot of loss around you, and the loss was like watching people really lose their life force before they did it.
Yes.
And so you play those memories over and over in your head, which is hard not to. But he's talking about remember those good times, remember the horses, remember those carefree moments. Also, he's showing me you riding a bike. Man, you used to ride a bike like a bat out of hell.
Oh my goodness, that is hilarious that you said that because me and my brother used to ride around the town like almost any chance we got, and we always used to go to Papa's, and he would fix our bikes for us.
Ah, very good. I was like, he's showing me you just on this bike and you're pedaling and you're going everywhere. So your grandfather, I just have to say, has done a really good job with his information and further confirming who he was once you got live on here.
Well, thank you.
He's also telling me I was about to let him go. I don't let spirits just step up and say, hey, tell them I'm around. They have to prove it. And he did so by talking about he's the one who's been making the kids' toys go off. So
Creepy.
yeah, that's been him. He's like, well, she wasn't paying attention to me. I had to get her attention.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. He would. Thank you.
Of course. Have a good evening.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Grandpa did a really good job. Hello, Aunt B. Thank you, Caitlin, for sharing my live. Thank you. Thank you. Closer. Oh, fellow Okie. Yes, yes, yes. Oklahoma City. Or she didn't say city. She said Oklahoma. That's what she said. Very good. All right. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live tonight. I so appreciate you. If you haven't done so, click that follow button. For those of you who are looking for more opportunities to be North Carolina, how are you doing, Miss Ashley? What part of North Carolina are you in? Y'all been getting hit hard. It's been so sad. My husband and I, how are y'all doing? How are y'all, the Divine Collective? Thank you, Miss Caitlin, for putting that plug out there. Yes, I have something called the Divine Collective. Yeah, you can ask a question. We can do some some psychic. The Divine Collective is a subscription program I have. We meet a couple of times a week. We were doing journal prompts for a little while, working on something. I'm about to switch up the journal prompts because we were done with that. And we are going to this next time, dry. Yes, fortunately, she's in a dry area. Thank goodness, Ashley. The Divine Collective's teaching next month is going to be on the Akashic Records. It's going to be October 13th. So I'm going to do a teaching on the Akashic Records, and then we're going to go, I'm going to do some Akashic Record readings. And also I have the Advanced Mediumship class that starts October 13th, I believe it is, or is it 16th? October 16th. The Advanced Mediumship class starts. You just have to have some kind of reading experience. We're going to delve into those fun concepts like making sure you hold the connection. Just like I was just some things from this that came from this last reading, how I knew that he had taken oxygen, how I knew that there was horses involved, how I knew that she rode her bike like a bat out of hell. So those types of very evidential information we're going to be learning to get an advanced mediumship. We're going to be using concepts like psychometry and double linking, some of those fun things. Okay, let's see. Denasia. So Denasia wants to know, do you see when I'll move back in the house? Okay. So does anyone want to chime in on that? If you are claircognizant, you're going to get kind of a knowing of it. Clairvoyant, you'll kind of see something that leads you to know what the answer is. Clairsentient, you'll feel into it. Clairaudient, you'll hear it. It is a little bit harder if you are looking for specific information and you don't have the money for a full-blown 30-minute appointment. I do have 15-minute appointments on my site that you can pop in. Okay. Do y'all see when Denasia, do you see when I'll move back in the house? What are y'all seeing? September, I heard February, maybe another opportunity earlier than that. Hi, Elizabeth Ray, beginning of the new year. Okay. I'm seeing that the first opportunity that you'll be getting is coming up in 2 months, which is October and November. But now when I'm saying, Brittany is saying 4 months, I think that's more going to be right on. Because when I see the first opportunity is going to come up in 2 months, something's not going to go right. I see like a big explosion of something's going to go wrong. And then you're going to have to re-attack it. All right. Let's see. Will Louise overcome her cancer? What are you getting on that? Will Louise overcome her cancer? What are you getting? Thank you, Super Beautiful Disaster, for sharing my live. I so appreciate you. Looks like we are getting yeses, yeses, yeses. Okay, why not is saying messages with a question mark. I'm not quite sure what you're asking there. If you're talking about spirit-led messages, I am going to do spirit-led here in a few minutes. All right, looks like there was lots of people saying that she is going to overcome the cancer. I hear bells going, yes. No, yes, it'll be tough, but yes. We'll battle and struggle periodically, but we'll live a good life. I'm feeling more what, Sarah? So am I feeling a full blown healing, but I'm feeling that she will definitely live a good life. Okay. Sarah said that's what she heard too, about the moving back in the house next year for sure. Oh, Selena Baez, I'd like to know if I will be successful as an esthetician. Is Selena going to be successful as an esthetician? What are y'all getting on that? And Miss Sarah said yes with exclamation points. I was feeling very positive about it too. Sometimes you just feel yes. I was feeling yes with exclamation points. Very positive about that. Someone, I think it was Jinjin, was asking about moving, but I just lost it.
Jinjin will move before the end of the year.
Jinjin, will Jinjin move before the end of the year? What are y'all feeling? Is Jinjin going to move before the end of the year? What are y'all feeling? Lots of no's. I'm feeling no also. Okay, so let me go on. You know, if y'all, these are whatever lives we're doing quick. I know people want a lot more detail. If you want a very detailed psychic reading, there is a, and you don't have money for a full-blown half hour, 50 minutes, I get it, but you can book a 15-minute one-on-one with me on my website. It's a way to kind of get in and have your questions ready, because we can fly through in 15 minutes. We can fly through some answers, but you have them ready. Okay, so We're Beautiful Disaster says, if I go to court against my uncle stealing from me and my dad, will we get justice? If Tansy goes, I love how much detail you put with that question. If Tansy goes to court, because inquiring minds want to know. We're nosy. We're all nosy on here. If Tansy goes to court, will her and her dad get justice? What are y'all getting? Yes, yes, in restitution. Deanna is saying yes. Tracy is saying yes. Sarah's saying mixed bag. I know. I want to, Soder, I'm not sure I pronounced her name. I want to thank you because she did not, everyone else is saying yes. And she was like, no, I'm not feeling it. I'm also not thinking that you're going to get restitution. I don't think you're going to get justice. Do I think that he was wrong? Absolutely. Do I think you should get justice? Absolutely. But I'm just hearing evidence, not enough evidence. Why were you getting yes? Mm-hmm. Well, my moderator was getting yes too. So it looks like me and El Sauter are the odd people out. All right. Let's see what else we have. Let's do a few more spirit led, because I'm going to be not on here for a lot longer. I got yes with evidence. Okay. Oh, here's a good one. Let's do this one. I was about to move on to spirit led because I am going to go live on YouTube later. Y'all can thank my D on here. She's been bugging me about it. She won. I'm going to go live on YouTube, but we'll see how much of a chaotic show it is, because I'm going kind of weird. Because on YouTube, you can't just invite people to go live. It's kind of weird. So I'm going to go live on Zoom, put my Zoom meeting on YouTube, and have people join through the Zoom. Does that make sense? Hopefully it will work. My moderator will either keep putting the link in there or I'll have it pinned. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work out, but we'll see. It could be a chaotic mess. Who knows? Was Caitlin's brother's death accidental? Caitlin wants to know, was my brother's death accidental? What are y'all getting? Was Caitlin's brother's death accidental? Melissa says no. Aunt B says no. Don't think so. Some people are saying yes. There's a couple of people saying yes. The majority of people are saying no. I feel it was definitely not an accident. Definitely not an accident. Yeah. Disney Mama is saying she's getting anxiety. Yeah, because it wasn't an accident. Okay. Who wants to go next? Okay, so the next person stepping up, I'm hearing Mama B. I don't know what that's about, but there you go. I'm hearing Mama B. Mama B is showing me that she smoked. And her idea of cooking was putting fast food on a plate. And she said, hey, it was food and I was busy. So there you go. Thank y'all. It could be Mama D. Yeah, it could be Mama D. So I was hearing Mama B. It could be Mama D. And I'm also hearing that, okay, so she's showing me smoking. She's showing me putting this, Brianna, my kind of woman, right? It's food. It's food. Why not? She's showing me she put it on a plate. She's saying, I'm putting it on a plate. What more do y'all want? She was all about and she's showing me, dessert. She's being funny. She's showing me a ding dong. I haven't seen a ding dong in a long time, but she's showing me ding dongs. She is also showing me that she liked to be very, she was taking care of herself before it was a thing. And she's showing me watching TV, like smoking this cigarette. So she smoked in the house and she's watching TV and she's just relaxing. She's like, you know what? I was busy. I'm relaxing. Those kids can fend for themselves. So it wasn't like, I'm not saying she wasn't a good mom, but sometimes we kind of kill ourselves trying to be all end all to our kids and as a mom. And she is showing me that she had, good boundaries around that. She is also showing me that she had a habit of sitting sideways in the chair and dangling her shoe off of the end of her foot. Does that make sense? Can y'all visualize that? You don't do that. My moderator's like, I do that. He does not do that. All right. Does this fit? Does this fit anyone on here?
Literally how I'm sitting right now.
Amber. There you go. Okay, are you saying this was your aunt, Elizabeth Ray, or are you wanting your aunt?
She said yes.
Okay, yes, there you go. All right, Elizabeth Ray, let's see what we got here. About to ask you to go live.
Hello.
Hey, Elizabeth, where are you located?
West Virginia.
West Virginia. I want to call you Liz. Do people call you Liz, Lizzie?
Yeah. Some people do.
Okay. So was it Mama B or Mama D?
D. My Aunt Diana.
D, Diana. And y'all didn't call her Diana. Y'all called her D?
Well, I'm pretty sure her son and her sisters did.
Okay, very good. So she was a character. Do you remember her being a character, or do you remember her just being your aunt?
She was a character. I love her, but she was a character.
This lady did not really give a flying F what anyone thought.
No, she did not.
She did not, and I actually love that a little bit. I don't know that I completely agree with her parenting skills, but I do love.
Yeah.
Right?
I love her, but her kids have a lot of issues, and
yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I think she could, and she's like, yeah, and she could have had her same personality and tweaked it just a little bit, and her kids would have turned out a little bit better.
Yeah.
She's saying that where she failed is she didn't offer them any protection. They were just kind of out in the world without that mama bear.
My cousin, her kids a few of her kids are drug addicts. So yeah, they ran wild.
Yeah. And she didn't protect them. She didn't offer them any guidelines. And there's two of them are self-medicating. Like they're trying to medicate through their trauma.
Yeah, I have two of my cousins who are the main drug addicts who are her two daughters. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Some not great things happen to them. That is her. So I tap into spirit, and I don't always have great words for them, but it's not like she sees a whole picture in the part she plays, and it makes her sad, but she's not really sad because she's in heaven, if that makes sense. She's admitting that she could have done it better, and she did her kids a disservice. She is talking about you, Elizabeth. She is saying to be careful. Do you have a friend that's taking advantage of you? There's someone in your life who's taking advantage of you.
I'm not sure. I mean, I had a friend who thought I was taking advantage of her like a year ago. Maybe that's what she's mentioning.
She is showing, that could be, because she is showing me you need to start putting up better boundaries around people.
Yeah, that's literally what I've been doing. I've been putting up I have a wall ever since my friendship ended. So yeah, makes sense.
Okay, very good. So then it was your friend she was talking about. She's also saying, which I don't think you have, I don't know why she's bringing it up, if it's going to come up in the next couple of weeks, but don't give anyone any money. She said they can get their own money. Don't let anyone borrow money.
That makes sense. I've had a couple friends like try to drop hints that they need money, and I just like, oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, very good. So that has been going on. I was like, I didn't feel like you had given anyone any money,
No.
but they've been hinting that they need money.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, they can work just as much as you do. They're making terrible financial decisions.
Yeah.
Like she's showing me a $5 bill and they're spending 10. She's also telling me that you've been having a light flicker in your house, and she is telling me it's not her, but there's a grandmother energy in spirit who is taking
It's probably her mom, my great grandma, who you've read in the past.
Oh, okay, very good. She's taking responsibility for that light flickering in your house. She also is saying it's going to be a really good Christmas for you. I know that's a few months out. I know why she's talking about it, but you're going to be having a really good Christmas. I just see you being
It's really good to hear. We've been more financially stable, and ever since we've had my son, we've been praying for a better Christmas. So that's very hopeful to hear.
Okay, very good. I was like, Christmas is a few months out. I don't know why she's talking about it already, but it makes sense because it's been on your mind. And so
Yes, it has.
Yeah, it's a sign that she's around you. All right. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate you tonight.
Bye.
All right. Her aunt did a really good job. I know her family members are really strong when they come through. It's a lot of fun whenever it's just like boom, 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 boom. That other gentleman who was really strong also, who was that? The gentleman, the Henry, whoever that was. Papa somebody.
Papa.
It was Papa somebody, but he was really strong too. I have like 5 people that just stepped up. I was just like, okay, yeah. Y'all have to decide who's going to go first. Okay, it's going to be the person who looks like they drowned. Okay, I have a gentleman stepping up. He was a young man in his late 20s to early 30s. I want to say late 20s. And oh, you had a cat.
Did you say what the accident was? Did you say it was an accident?
I said that he drowned.
Oh, we need to ask if it was a car accident.
Okay, so this young gentleman who is stepping up, he is letting me know he was in his late 20s. He drowned. And he is showing me, I don't know how this played out, but he is definitely showing me that there was some, I'm not saying it was completely an accident. it was, there was just some mixed energy there. He could have been helped more. It feels more of like people thought he was messing around, and he, there's this gray cat who's interrupting. Sorry, I don't usually do animals whenever I'm live. But there's this gray cat who just stepped up and was like, meow, meow, meow. Like very, very, not like a short hair. It's more like long, like I see tufts of hair just flying everywhere. So I'm not going to bring this kitty cat up because I don't typically do that during lives because I leave lives for humans. But there's this gray cat that stepped up. Long hair, tufts of hair. It was a male. Okay. This gentleman in his late 20s who he drowned, and he is saying, it looks like, you know, it was an accident, but he could have been helped. People felt like he was messing around. And
Did you see Deborah's question? Did my 18-year-old cat Danny make it to over the Rainbow Bridge?
no, I didn't. Someone asked about my ex-wife friend's boyfriend drowned in the ocean years ago.
Deborah says that's Danny, the cat.
Oh, Danny the cat.
She asked if he made it across the Rainbow Bridge.
Oh, okay. But must be my moderator was explaining because I saw that's Danny, and I thought y'all were telling me that this person drowned who was Danny, but my moderator was telling me that was the cat.
Danny's the 18-year-old cat.
Okay. My ex-wife's friend's boyfriend drowned in the ocean years ago. Yeah, like in the, I want to say in the late 90s. Was it in the late 90s, Jason? Okay. This journal. Okay, very good. So what just happened here is Jason was saying, okay, so this is I was explaining this gentleman, how he drowned and all that. And Jason was saying, my ex-wife's friend's boyfriend drowned in the ocean years ago. I was like, okay, huh. And I asked this guy when it was, and it was in the late 90s. And Jason said, yes, that was him. My friend drowned a few years ago, and his name was Jason. What a coincidence. Okay, so let's break this down. It's very weird. Remember I said that I had several spirits here, and I was like, which one is going to step forward? I actually said I had 5 spirits. The first one is clearly Jason's ex-wife's boyfriend, so we've made that clear because of the information that came through. But now Heather, I'm going to get a message from that Jason, but I want to clear up this Heather thing. This next gentleman stepping up is showing me it was it was like a lake. And because they're smaller boats, they're like skiing boats and that kind of boats around. And the lake this next gentleman drowned in the water was murky. It's not like ocean water. It's very murky. It's the kind of water I don't like going in because you can't see what's around your legs and things swimming there. And he's like, yep, it was exactly like that. This kid is also showing me he was a little bit, he feels like he was like 25, 26. He's showing me he had light brown hair. Okay, so that must be up for debate because when I said light brown, he's like, he had brown hair, but it wasn't as dark as mine. It doesn't look as dark as mine. Okay, Heather, does that sound like your person? Okay, Heather is saying yes. Okay, so no, Jason, this isn't him. It was the other person. So what just happened, I don't know if you, for Jason, everyone listening, I had said, I have 5 people stepping up, like 5 people. And so the first one was the person was, Jason was describing his ex-wife's boyfriend or whatever. And I said, oh, it was a late, like I was seeing 1999, it was the late 90s. Jason is saying it was 2,000. I will take 2,000. And then I started describing the next person who also drowned because Heather said, oh, I had a friend, Jason, who drowned a couple of years ago. So I started describing how he drowned, and Heather said yes. So I had two different spirits here, both drowning, and so I was describing them. So, Jason, Heather, I'm going to come back to you. Heather, Ashley, I'm going to come back to you. Jason, I'm going to see if you can go live. See?
Hello.
Hi, Jason. So my husband said that I brought you on my live not too long ago.
Yes, you did.
Huh? The moderator's going to start getting jealous. No, I'm teasing. I'm kidding.
The live was about Gerald.
Oh, I do remember like a Gerald. I do kind of
Yes,
remember that name because
yes.
it's unusual. Okay,
Yes.
so now your ex-wife's friend's boyfriend, has she
Yeah.
is she married? She's dating someone? She's,
This was the what happened was with my friend. I didn't get to meet him. He was actually saving two kids that were drowning in the ocean, and he just got too tired, and there were some rocks that he was trying to get to. He saved them. He was going back after the second one, and he just got too tired and couldn't make it.
no. And he is saying that he's doing this like stupid because he is showing me that he should have just laid on his back and floated for a while. And he didn't. Now, but he's talking about the girlfriend he left behind. She is now in a relationship that functions like a marriage, whether they're actually married or not.
Wow.
Is that true? Do you know that?
I really don't know. My ex-wife and I, we've been divorced for 18 years, and I don't know if she's in contact with her or anything. But
You ever talk to your ex-wife?
I do. We talk regularly, so
Oh, very good. I was about to be concerned, just like, oh my goodness, why is he stepping up? It's because Jason does still talk to his ex-wife. And for
Yeah.
one thing, I want to say, Jason, that says something about your heart. You and your ex-wife's both, but I hear that you've had to, and this gentleman is the one giving me the information that he's giving you kudos because you've really had to bite your tongue till it bleeds sometimes to maintain a relationship with your ex-wife.
yes, actually.
Yeah, he is confirming that you have done that, and he's giving you kudos about that. Says something about your heart that you didn't. You're a big believer in karma,
Yeah.
and he is saying that you understand that her behavior is more about her and not about you. So you just kind of let her do her thing.
Wow.
Now, when next time you talk to your ex-wife, ask about her friend,
Okay.
and word this. I know you're going to do a good job. So usually I word it for people, but I'm just going to give you the information because I know you're going to word it correctly.
Okay.
If her friend has suspicions about her partner that she's with doing something that he shouldn't be doing, women should always listen to their intuition.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
He said, even though he doesn't know you, he knows you from the other side. And so how you know that's true is because you think about this man a lot. You didn't really know him, but you heard this story and you think about it randomly. You'll be doing whatever and this story will drop in your head.
I do. And you know what? I'm a sensitive empath.
Right. And so that tells you whenever this story just kind of drops in, he's around you. He's thinking about you. Y'all are connected. Even though y'all weren't connected on this earth, y'all are connected.
Wow. Wow.
He is also saying you work in like a hospital or an office or something.
I did do in-home care, and I did do some
That was the yes, I remember now.
facility care for teens that were troubled. So
I want you to do a cord cutting.
okay.
So later tonight, do a cord cutting. I don't know. I want you to drop down into your body. And I'm feeling a cord attached to your lower back on the right side, kind of in that hip area. Do you feel that?
I do actually.
Yeah, I want you to do a cord cutting in that area. Send it on its way.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
All right, so that was kind of fun. I don't usually get to talk about cord cutting and all those things. Okay, so now we are with Heather Ashley. Hi,
Hi.
Heather.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Unexpected. I just was randomly scrolling on TikTok and came across your live. I haven't actually seen you before.
What?
Yeah, so that's
Been around for a long time. I hope you clicked that follow button.
I did.
All right. So now that was why we had all these gentlemen who was all of a sudden all these drowning people and to make that connection. Now, you know it to be true that this gentleman that we were talking about, he passed on a lake. It was a smaller lake. Like the other one was ocean. This gentleman was a smaller lake.
It was a river, but like a smaller body of water. Yeah.
Yes. And it was murky. Like he was showing me it being very murky. You couldn't really see anything.
Yeah.
Drinking was going on, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm seeing, he's showing me that for whatever reason, people didn't realize he was drowning or they didn't see it right away. Were you there when it happened?
No, I wasn't there when it happened, but his mom talked to me after and she told me everything that had happened, and I had just talked to him right before it, so it was kind of like it was crazy. But so I
did
know
you-
what happened.
Did she tell you that people weren't, like they didn't realize he was drowning? They didn't find him right away?
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't know what you want me to tell you, but
Okay, very good. So I just wanted to make sure, so for everyone watching, I wanted to make sure that once I reconnect with the spirit and the person comes on, I bring through more evidence just to reconfirm who we have. Okay, so Heather, this gentleman is talking about you are so incredibly smart and you do not give yourself enough credit for it. Also, you are now, for everyone watching, I know, Heather, you said you haven't seen them before. I will say that everyone has the ability to be a medium. All I do is reach back to heaven. I've just practiced it thousands of times, so that's why I can just grab the information quicker. But you are very open to the spirit world. Have you noticed that?
yeah, I have. I lost my person this last year, and that was kind of when I guess it kind of like opened up. Like I think that I just wanted so badly to connect with him that it like clicked my abilities on, and
Yes.
it was out of nowhere. And so then I kind of started doing like mediumship or trying to do circles or to work with people. But then life happened and grieving was still really strong, and I just kind of let it all go, and I haven't even tried. And I'm just now kind of starting to go back on TikTok, or I really want to work on my abilities because I want to help other people like be able to have that healing and connect with the ones they love and have lost, because I know how much it helped me when I got my first reading.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I'm aware of it. I just haven't done anything with it.
He is stepping up, talking about it's time to get back on it. It's funny, and I'm just going to give you some options. You can do whatever you want. I have an intermediate advanced class that's first October 16th. You do have to have had some reading experience. It sounds like you do, because the first week we roll into reading. I mean, so you have to at least know a little bit of how to connect with the spirit. Also, I have something called the Divine Collective, which is a subscription program where we meet and work on our abilities. Like our next reading meeting is going to be about the Akashic Records. This gentleman he's very much talking about to not forget to work on yourself, not forget to process those feelings, because sometimes he is showing me, which I'm not saying it's wrong, but you will start feeling those feelings of grief and then you'll do something to distract yourself.
Yeah, very much so. It's something I really struggle with.
And I can imagine nobody wants to sit with those feelings. And he is saying, make sure you're processing those, make sure you're feeling all the feels and working through them. He's also telling me that I'm assuming it's this gentleman he's with, because there's another gentleman stepping up who is very handsome, has a beautiful smile, and he waved at me and did this and said, I'm the one who's been squeaking the doors. I'm the one who's been squeaking the doors. So if you have had, if you've noticed your doors squeaking, your doors moving, there is another gentleman, feels like, and I want to use the word fiance, but he's letting me know that y'all were not officially fiancés, but y'all were, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's taking responsibility for, have you noticed the doors squeaking or opening when you're not there? Have you noticed that?
No, not really. So I guess I'll pay attention to
I was
it.
gonna say, pay attention to it. I'm definitely hearing, and I'm not saying your doors squeak, but he's making me hear a door squeak, so I know that's my sign for if he messes with the doors. Also, real quick, I was about to close it down, but both these gentlemen want me to tell you that you have a very full house. You have a lot of spirits in your house. It's a good thing, though. Those spirits all belong to you, but you are very well supported.
Thank you so much. I
All right.
haven't really been on TikTok or had readings or anything in a long time, and so this was a nice little surprise, and I kind of needed just to have that connection. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. Thank you.
I appreciate you.
All right. As y'all can see, Odin made an appearance. Odin is in the house. All right. It is past time for me to be on YouTube. So I'm going to head over to YouTube. It will be a few minutes before I get set up, because let me tell you, I'm doing some things that I'm not extremely comfortable with over on YouTube. So we'll see how it works out for me. I'm going to create a Zoom meeting, and I will be streaming that Zoom meeting onto YouTube, so that if you want to come on screen and be read, you can join the Zoom meeting, if that makes sense. Clear as mud, right? I'll see y'all there.